welcome to this week's Weather Studio Live. I am Annie Shuttleworth, meteorologist and presenter here at the Met Office, and I'm joined by...
Well, I'm Alex Burkill. It's already come up and told you that. Oh, there you go, Annie Shuttleworth, as you said. Yes, we're here, as we are every week at this time, Weather Studio Live, 12:15, it's Friday. Where would you be without us?
Exactly. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. We are here to answer all your questions about the weather for the weekend, for further ahead, but we want to hear where you are, what you're up to, and where you're joining us from. So we've already had loads of comments in already. We've got Lisa Sargent joining us from Essex. Hello, Lisa. And who else is in there? We've got Wildcar Ride from East Riding in Yorkshire. Very windy. Yes, it is a very windy and cold day indeed. Hello, Wildcar Ride. And afternoon, Paul Skilling as well. And who else have we got? We've got Paul Skilling. Oh, again, hazy sun in West London. Now we know where you are. And Spherical Cow in Chesil Beach, or just up from Chesil Beach. Hello everyone, keep your comments coming in and your questions as well. I'm going to be keeping an eye on the questions today, and we'll be throwing them towards Alex's way to see what the weather's got in store for us.
Yes, but don't just let us know where you are right now, also let us know where you're going to be this weekend. Yeah. Because with it, you know, it's Mothering Sunday, Mother's Day on Sunday. Lots of people will be hoping for some fine weather. I'll be going through the chances of that happening. Not looking good, but I'll be going through the chances of that, and let us know where you're going to be, and then we can try and give you extra details that you might not be able to get anywhere else. Yeah,
I've just seen we've got Dom Maish is watching from Bangkok, which is exciting. Yeah, let us know if you're not watching from the UK. We will just be talking about the UK's weather, but lots of people interested in that, of course. It is a huge topic of conversation for us here. So we've got loads to go through today. We'll be answering questions from the deep dive this week. We'll be looking at the weather in more detail, and we've got some photos to share as well. So loads to come. But yeah, well, how's your week been, Alex?
My week's been pretty nice. We're still having a lot of building work done on our house at the moment. So that's taking up a lot of my time away from work. Work-wise, it's been a different week, hasn't it? In as much as there's been a notable chill in the air, particularly today, and a cold. So I guess one of the questions that we'll be covering today is where's spring gone?
Where has it gone?
But this often happens at this time of year, isn't it? We get a little tease, a little treat at the beginning of spring, or like signs of something more settled and sunnier, warmer. And then we get brought back to reality with something akin to what we have at the moment. But I'll be going through whether or not that's going to last, or whether we're going to see a return to the more spring-like weather as we go later on in the month.
Yeah, and it is a notoriously fickle month, isn't it? Spring. It's turned on us. Those that got excited, it's turned on us.
We had to get the thick coat out for my son again this morning. Before he went to school, I was like, nope. Put that thin one down. You need the thick one today, buddy.
Yeah, we're not ready for the wardrobe swap just yet. Lots of people still saying hello. Hello, Ryan Chapman. Hello. Thanks for joining us as well. I don't work on Tuesdays, most Tuesdays anyway, and so I was celebrating my sister's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to your sister.
Yeah, but it wasn't just my sister's birthday on Tuesday. It was Aiden's birthday,
of course,
which was discussed at length, I believe, in the live last week.
I think he may have mentioned it once or twice, and he mentioned it as well in the deep dive, so I'm sure many of you know that it was Aiden's birthday. He's not here today, but I'm sure he had a great day. Yeah,
but loads of comments in his deep dive to say happy birthday, but also we had lots of questions as well. So Aiden's deep dive, if you didn't catch it this week, was all about the North Atlantic Oscillation and the effects of that weather on us. So we have had a couple of questions that we're going to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first one we had was from Narrow Band to Narrow Boat, which was the AMOC weakening has been in the news this week. Does this change your NAO models?
So not really, in as much. So yeah, the AMOC has been in the news because there are signs that it's weakening. In terms of, so that then we're looking at sea surface temperatures, and then the NAO the models that we're looking at already take sea surface temperatures into account.
Oh, yeah.
So that side of things is kind of covered. In terms of the longer term effect of the AMOC weakening and how that's going to impact things looking even further ahead, well, that's still to be decided. The jury's still out, I guess. So so not immediately. The near forecast, it doesn't have an impact.
No, yeah, but I guess it's a process, isn't it, that we're at the start of. But so that was narrow band to narrow boat. Always a bit of a mouthful, that name, but regular viewer. So I hope you're watching, and we answered that question for you. And then we had another one from Ashton Collins. Happy birthday, Aidan. Great video. I also wanted to ask if the weaker NAO and the weaker jet stream does happen, and is that scenario able to still bring cold and snow to the Midlands even at this time of year?
So yes, it could do. A weaker jet stream can lead to a more stagnant, stationary setup, and so then it all really depends on what weather setup we get stuck with if we see that weaker jet stream. So for example, if we had high pressure over Scandinavia, we could get an easterly. At the time that's happening, if the air's still quite cold over parts of Europe, then the easterly would bring cold air in, and then that could bring the risk of snow. But if we end up with high pressure over the UK, then that could bring a lot of fine weather. If it's low pressure stuck over the UK, then it just brings wetter and arguably milder weather. So it could do, but it's definitely not a guarantee. There are lots of things that you need to look at with the detail of what we'd actually then get left with.
Yeah, I think the end of winter was just a signal of how a blocked pattern doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be dry, because it depends what part of the block you get stuck in.
Exactly.
As to what the weather's going to be like. Yeah, we've had a question from Jet Set John. Have you had some fan mail? There's a nice drawing on the shelf behind you.
Oh, this
on
one.
there, that
I think
card.
that's been there a while. This is some for, I think it says love Steve's family. But yeah, there's a lovely
nice. Yeah, I don't know where that one came from, but we've got a few bits on there on the shelf. We've also got our leaderboard, of course, the quiz leaderboard.
Still at the top.
Alex is still at the top, and he'll be doing the quiz again this week. So we are keeping note of how many quizzes have been played.
Yeah.
So you'll be on your fourth quiz, but I've written, and it's a Mother's Day special because, of course, this Sunday is Mothering Sunday. So I've tried to link Mother's Day to the weather. So we'll see how well I've done.
How are you feeling at the bottom of the table? Aidan leapfrogged you last week.
He did, but...
You okay about this?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to let it be known that I won last year, despite only returning from maternity leave in November.
And us only starting the scoring chart in December.
Well, yeah.
You can hold the trophy for 2025. We're the Studio Live quiz champion.
Yeah. We've also this week asked on our Instagram broadcast channel. If you've not seen it before, take a look at Instagram and our broadcast channel on there. We're asking questions, there's polls in there, but every week we ask you to share photos on there. And this week we were asking for your spring flowers photos. So we've got a few of our favourites. Here we have some lovely tulips from Susie. I've not seen any tulips yet myself.
I've seen them in the shops.
Oh yeah,
but I've not seen them in the wild, in nature.
In the wild, you can get some wild.
Yeah.
And then of course snowdrops. That's one of the earliest spring flowers. I've seen a few snowdrops around from Jamie. They're a bit damp, those snowdrops, aren't they? And another one of our favourites from Sharon Adele Powell. So there are some daffodils there.
There are some daffodils, and then some pretty impressive clouds in the back. A bit of hint of Mimmatus.
Yeah, with the undulating bottom to the cloud there.
I had a question for Sharon, because the dog in the picture, she's a regular. If you're a regular, send her in of photos. The dog's called Flo, and I didn't know if Flo is short for Florence or Flow Rider.
Oh, well, yeah.
So do let us know, Sharon.
What's Flo short for? Sharon has just sent a question about, will we get any snow in Shetland this weekend? Flo, the Border Collie, will be hoping we will.
Oh, well, I'll be going through that in a second.
Yeah. Eddie M. Shark, have you ever witnessed thundersnow?
I personally haven't.
No.
Have you ever witnessed it?
I know I haven't.
And we've talked about thundersnow in the past, and it's the snow has an effect in two ways. In as much as it dampens the sound, so you're less likely to hear the thunder than you would if there wasn't snow around. But it can also help reflect the light and brighten things up, so you're perhaps more likely to see it than otherwise. Yeah, so that's an interesting one. No, I've never seen thundersnow. I mean, we live in Devon, and so we don't get a huge amount of snow compared to other parts of the country.
No.
But it would be something that I would like to see.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's seen any. I know there was some lightning strikes in the showers on Wednesday. But
I mean, Sharon up in Shetland has a greater chance than us, for sure. I know she often gets some sleet, some snow, whilst we don't. So maybe she's managed to experience any. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you have seen any thunder snow at any point.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of. Alex Deakin, fellow presenter here at the Met Office, has seen and heard thunder snow.
Ah, that's his experience coming in.
Yeah. Yes. More years on the job, I guess. Ruth O'Hare also seen it in New York. Very weird, apparently. Well, we've got time, haven't we? One day, maybe we'll see it. But yeah, keep getting your questions in. Let us know where you're going to be this weekend, what plans you've got coming up. We can share forecasts with you as well, all about what's coming up. Will there be an effect of the El Nino or La Nina this year? Well, we're moving into an El Nino, or we have. I think we're already in an El Nino.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether it's
slightly. They take a little bit longer they come up with their plans, but yeah.
I think we're in it's an El Nino rather than a La Nina, though. Well, as far as I'm aware.
I think so. Yeah, and that would have a knock-on effect. But like with many things, whilst that may indicate some drier, warmer weather during the summer, that there are lots of things that we have to take into account. So watch this space. As soon as we have a good idea of what the forecast is looking at that far ahead, we'd let you know.
Yes, and if you want to know more on that, there's loads of videos on our YouTube channel about El Nino. This is a difficult one. ZVids. Is there anything on the forecast for a sunny spring like last year? Well, I think that's the big question, is it?
Yeah.
Because it was a promising start, wasn't it, with March?
Yeah.
It was promising.
Even the end of February, we had some nice weather.
Even the end of February, but what has happened?
Well, it's definitely turned colder recently. I'll head over to the screen now. So, bear with me. I forgot to put a belt on.
Yeah, we don't want Alice's trousers to fall down.
I meant to put a belt on before coming in here today. We'll watch that one. Right, let's have a look at what's happened so far. So, yes, we have had some colder weather recently, but if we look at our mean temperatures for each day and compare them to average and the records, we've had some pretty warm periods at the start of the month. You can see it was the warmest day, warmest 2nd of March in this record period. And then we've had some colder days, but they're only around average. And even recently, even yesterday, when you look at the mean temperature, it was above average. Now that's because it started off milder, warmer than average. And then, yes, we have colder air coming through, but it took a while for that colder air to come in. That colder air is now across the whole of the UK, and that then had a knock-on effect if we look at our minimum temperatures, and they follow a similar trace until we get to this morning, and you can see the minimum temperatures have now just about dipped below the average line. So yeah, a real colder spell is with us at the moment, and we've also got to factor in at the moment we do have a bit of a breeze around us at the moment. So we have strong winds. The winds today aren't as strong as what we saw yesterday. Yesterday we had much stronger winds and we had warnings in place. But today there is still this blustery wind around, particularly where we get these showers coming through. And so even though there's some sunshine here and there, we have that colder air, the showers. So yeah, a real chill in the air today. But the question is spring going to return? And the short answer, yes, it's going to take a little while to do so, but there are some promising signs of something a bit more settled as we go through the latter stages of March. Let's look through the details. If I get rid of rid of the jet stream quickly and just put rain on at the moment. And here we have our bigger picture, our synoptic setup, looking at the pressure pattern across the UK. And if I just run it through this weekend and through the end of Friday, plenty of showers still coming down on those brisk winds, but the showers will be easing as we go overnight. And so many places, looking at around 2-3 o'clock on Saturday morning, many places largely dry, this front pushing through, but that's clearing away. And so we have some clear skies. So again, tonight's looking quite cold. Expect a bit of frost, some icy patches where there are any wet surfaces and where we see temperatures dropping below freezing. So that could cause a few problems, particularly over parts of Scotland. And any showers, particularly towards the northwest of the UK, well, they are still going to have a bit of a wintry mix to them. So some sleet, some snow could still arrive because of those. But then we wake up on Saturday morning. Yes, a cold start, a crisp one, but actually a bright one. Lots of sunshine on offer as we go through the first day of this weekend. Still a few showers around, some towards the east part of England, western, southwestern Wales and southwest England. Most of the showers through Saturday will be across parts of northern western Scotland and across Northern Ireland. Many areas having a fine day, really. Lots of fine sunny weather. And temperatures are going to be ever so slightly higher than today. The winds will be lighter, and so it will feel ever so slightly warmer. And then as we go through into what is Mothering Sunday, Mother's Day, may just about start fine for some places towards the east, but we have this band of rain coming through. There may be some winteriness on the leading edge as it pushes over parts of Scotland, but yeah, a spell of rain for many early on Sunday morning. But the rain doesn't look especially heavy. I've now moved into my my global data. It should be extended high res, but that's disappeared for some reason. But yeah, there's rain coming through, and then behind it, a showery mix. Now on this global data, the fact that there's some hail around with these showers coming through, that's showing up as snow. So it makes it look a bit more wintry than it might in reality be. I think we can expect plenty of showers coming through. We do have cold air again, this time polar air coming in behind this front, and then yeah, plenty of showers as we go through Mother's Day. So if you're hoping to go out for a Mother's Day walk or something, the weather's not looking great. If we just dart it back a little bit, if we go to, let's go to like midday, and some eastern, southeastern parts clinging onto some fine weather, so maybe head out early if you were planning to do anything there, and then elsewhere it's a wetter picture, and even once that rain comes through, it's not looking particularly heavy, but even as it comes through, there are then showers following in behind, and there'll be plenty of those, and they could be, well, a bit wintry, some sleet, some snow towards the north, but also a bit of hail mixed in, which is what's showing up there. Then what happens? Well, there's more changeable weather to come as we go into the beginning of next week. Another system comes through Monday into Tuesday, so that could bring some heavy rain for a time, mainly towards the northwest. I say mainly towards the northwest because there's higher pressure building towards the southeast of us. And so really, as we're going through into the middle of next week, we get a bit of a northwest-southeast split. So northern and western areas seeing more wet weather, towards the southeast, drier, higher pressure in control. And then, as we go later on, well, I need to flip to some different charts now to show this. And actually, let's start off with this, our pressure trend, showing what's more, or our weather setup. And you can see the darker blues indicating a westerly dominated pattern that we have at the moment, which is why the weather's quite mobile. We're seeing weather systems come through, fronts pushing their way across, which is what we've had in the last 24 hours, which is what we're going to have again over the weekend. And then as we go through the second half of next week, we see a change to have more reds on the cards. And so higher pressure to the north of us, or Scandinavian high becoming more likely. And so high pressure looks like it's going to be nearby as we go through deeper into March. And you're probably aware high pressure means the weather becomes more settled, because high pressure means the air is sinking, so clouds then can't form. But exactly where that high pressure is going to be sitting is really pivotal to what we are actually going to get in both rainfall and also temperatures. I think what's quite likely is the high pressure will be nearby, but exactly where it's going to be, well, that's still a little bit all to play for. And we can look at that in a different way. If I get our most likely scenarios, and let's dart ahead to a week, let's go maybe back end of next week. And the most likely setup, this one on the left, for next Wednesday, has higher pressure starting to build in and that pushing its way across the UK. And remember, our winds go in a clockwise direction around areas of high pressure. And so I have my temperature anomaly on here. And you can see if you're under the high pressure, well, I mean, could get some chilly nights, but, you know, relatively pleasant. By day, could be some mist and fog around, I suppose, but yeah, by day should be generally decent. However, towards the south-southeast, around the outskirts of the high, you would be dragging in our air from the east-northeast, and that at this time of year is still a bit of a chilly direction. So it's possible that some places towards the southeast could be a little bit on the colder side. But if we look at the second most likely setup, albeit only around a 14% chance, and that has the high just that little bit further south, and so then that would keep in our air coming round, and then that's a slightly warmer direction. If we go further ahead, let's just dart even further along, or I think I've gone too far to show what I want. And there are a few things to unpack here, but high pressure looks nearby in most of the setups. Let's ignore that one for now, but higher pressure to the north of us, as we go deeper into March, could allow for an easterly to develop. And as I mentioned, that could be a potentially cold direction. But then if we have a Scandinavian high instead, as we go through into deeper into March, then that would bring more of a southeasterly, and so that's less of a chilly direction. And so as we go deeper into March and through the latter stages, there are strong signs that high pressure is going to be nearby, and so we should see the weather settling down, and it will feel more spring-like at times. You know, if you get some decent sunshine, the sun's getting some decent strength, you know, the equinox is coming up next week, and so you know, it's going to start to feel warmer, at least by day, but there could just be some cold, chilly air around depending on where that high pressure is sitting, and with that then, you know, mist, fog, even some frost is possible by night. Annie.
Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Bit of a change coming. We had a comment from, I think it was Sharon Adele Powell once again, never cast a clout till May is oot.
Isn't it clout?
Is that how you pronounce it? It's been written C-L-O-O-T. I feel like that's a Scottish, a clout.
I thought it was clout till May is out.
Or maybe that's how you pronounce it if you're Scottish.
Maybe. Clout until it's, no, anyway. Yes, you're right. Yeah. That is one of the sayings, because spring often brings a handful of things. We say spring-like weather, and when you think spring-like weather, I said it earlier, you think, you know, a bit sunny, it's getting some warmth behind it, but in reality, spring-like weather is a real mixed bag. Showers, a bit of a chill at times, something a bit warmer, a bit sunnier at times as well. That's what we get through pretty much the whole season. And I think that's what we will have had when we look back at March in general, really. So a warmer spell, a colder spell, and then something more settled towards the end, but exactly whether it's going to be warmer or chillier than average, that's still a little bit undecided.
Yeah. Storm track UK, some gusty gusts and hail here in North Devon today. It's a windy day, isn't it? And it was quite windy yesterday as well. We had a question asking about why you get strong gusty winds around, like squally winds, why we had that yesterday with the weather front that came through, because it was a really nasty, I think some people had it overnight, and they would have heard sort of windows rattling. You can get the winds really picking up in such a short period of time when the cold front comes through, because you're mixing that air higher up. The winds are stronger actually as you go away from the surface, because the winds slow down close to the surface because of friction. I was trying to say gravity in my head, because of friction, and so as you go higher up it gets windier, and so when you get that front coming through, you get the mixing of the air, and you can get a real sudden intense squall, strengthening of the wind. So that's why you get that. You can get that on an intense cold front.
Which is why we often raise it when, on a day like yesterday, day like today, there will be the potential for some strong gusty winds, but we will often highlight, particularly around any more intense showers, because they bring those stronger winds, that Annie mentioned from slightly higher up. Those showers drag it down, and so that's why you can get some strong gusts in association with them.
Yes. A few more shout-out requests from Nicole Zero of Tash, I love your weather updates. Please, can you shout me out? Hello, Nicole. And we had another one earlier as well. Hello to Loredana as well. That's a nice name. I've never heard of that name before. But yeah, keep the questions coming. We've got Alex on the board. We can have a look at where you are. If you've got any questions about what's going on over the weekend. We've got Fly by YUK. First time they've been around for the live. Normally catch up later. Well, thanks for catching us live. Fly by YUK. And Hannah said, yeah, the wind was so bad early this morning and the rain and windy as anything. So hi Chizando LFC as well. Lots of you here. We will of course be doing the quiz in not too long at all about Mother's Day as well. We've just checking to see before I bring you back. I don't want to miss out on any particular requests from the board, but yeah, we're just getting lots of. It's Julian Herbert's birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
happy birthday for tomorrow. But yeah, are you ready to do the quiz?
Yeah, let's do the quiz.
Yeah,
then.
come on
let's
over then.
On.
Yeah, keep your questions coming. We're getting loads of interaction today, which is lovely.
Do I have pen and paper this week?
You don't. I was a bit rushed, I'll be honest. So I haven't done my usual pen and paper job. But it is time for a quiz, and it is all about Mother's Day. Okay, so those that have not joined the live before, we do a quiz every week, and we will be posting the questions in the chat, the comments box, and there'll be polls so you can answer and play along at home. So see how you do. I don't think it's too difficult.
Yeah, cool.
It's
great.
not. Sometimes I go quite stats heavy, and you have been saved here because we often have an archive of weather events from notable days, as they're known. So, you know, what's it been like every Easter?
Yeah.
What's it been like every Christmas? Mother's Day is not one, or Mothering Sunday. It doesn't typically fall on that. Of course, we've got all the archive data, which I could have gone through, but I have to look for the date every time. And so I didn't do that.
No, I would have, yeah.
So there'll be no questions on, you know, what was the warmest Mother's Day on record.
That was 20, no, I've no idea.
My heart dropped there, the heart sank. I was like, oh, how did you know? I did try and find out if there'd ever been a storm on Mother's Day, and I can't find any evidence of that.
A Mother's Day storm.
A Mother's Day storm.
It probably has, but I can't remember it. Accusations of cheating again.
No, are there? I missed that.
No one accused me of cheating just yet. I couldn't have, could I? You did leave your computer unlocked. No, she didn't. Security safe.
Yeah.
In case IT are watching.
Oh yeah, wild card, no cheating, Alex. I've just seen that now. Right, okay, should we get on with it then?
Yeah, let's
I don't think you're going to cheat, don't worry.
No, I'll get my chat open.
Okay, yeah, so Alex is going to send me his answers, and they're all multiple choice, 4 options.
Can we just point out that Alex's quiz for Aidan last week was kind?
It was.
It was kind, shall we say.
He got 5 out of 5, didn't he?
He got 4.
Oh.
Yeah, he got 1 wrong. He got, because the Arctic counts as a desert.
Oh, yes,
That one caught him out. To be honest, that one caught me out.
Yeah, I would have got that one wrong as well. So if you did well last week, well done. Let's see how you get on this week. So question number 1. Which springtime flowers are traditionally given on Mother's Day? Is it A, daffodils, B, carnations, C, violets, or D, forget-me-nots?
I don't know. Am I meant to give a traditional flower?
Well.
What? So now if I give my mum a bunch of tulips, she's like, well, this isn't tradition.
Tulips aren't on the list.
No, exactly. She's going to throw them in my face and say,
well,
what
I
are
think
these?
it's just what flowers often associated with Mother's Day.
Okay. So daffodils are quite common. I'd say I have to go daffodils.
Daffodils?
Yeah. Carnations are. I feel like my wife doesn't like carnations.
Yeah, some people really don't like carnations.
I don't get it because a flower's a flower to me. But what were the other options?
So it was carnations, violets, or forget-me-nots.
Oh, I'm going to go with daffodils.
Daffodils.
They seem like the most common one. They're in the shops everywhere, aren't they?
They are, aren't they?
99p for a bunch.
User, I'm not even going to pronounce that name, it's so long. Hyacinth has said hyacinths, which isn't an option. Yeah, we've got...
Free daffs from the garden. Yeah, Eddie, I've got daffodils in my garden. So
yeah,
maybe I'll just chop up some of those.
Exactly. Well, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't need to be complicated, Mother's Sunday, if you're celebrating it. Okay, question number 2. Which of these happened first? Was it A, the Met Office was founded?
Yeah.
B, Mother's Day was first celebrated in the US?
In the US?
C, Mothering Sunday was first celebrated in the UK? Or D, the UK had its wettest year on record?
Which happened first?
Which happened first?
Do our rainfall records even go back as far? They're like the late 1800s, aren't they?
I think they go back to 1830 something.
Oh, okay.
The rainfall ones go back further than other data because we had a load of other extra archived data that got found, I think.
Which came from Mothering Sunday, because it's linked to, it's like 3 weeks before Easter, isn't it? So it's got a religious side to it. Guessing people still like their mothers hundreds of years ago. What happened first? I'm guessing we got there before America. Oh wait, America was B, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the Met Office was founded, then Mother's Day in the US, Mothering Sunday in the UK, or the wettest year on record.
I'm going to go with UK Mother's Day.
Okay. Question number 3. Well, actually, let's have a look at what everyone thinks at home. I'm interested on this one. Oh, we haven't got the...
US did get the date wrong. Yeah.
They got the date wrong. They do celebrate it in May.
Yeah.
But it's a different...
I understand the question, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, well, the poll agrees with you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's reassuring.
Yeah. Although we didn't have the final answer on there, but people do say it was a toughie. That was a toughie as a question.
They just said, nah, it wasn't the wettest day.
Yes, so you didn't have the wettest year on record as an option on there. So we'll see how you get on.
It's not our usual team working behind the scenes today. We've got some slightly different crew, which, with it being Friday the 13th, what could go wrong? To be honest, so far we're doing okay, surprisingly well.
We were on for the last Friday the 13th, because we had it in February as well, Friday the 13th.
We did, yeah, twice in a row. It's...
I suppose because it's an exact 28-day month, February, that must be why. But we survived. I don't think anything went wrong. What is wrong, though? So.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, well, let's try and get to the end of the quiz at least. The date of Mothering Sunday depends on what? Some of them are not, well, they kind of, actually... I'm going to shut my mouth right now, okay? The date, and just stick to the questions. The date of Mothering Sunday depends on what? A, the start of the spring equinox, the date of the spring equinox, sorry, the start of Lent, the start of meteorological spring, or the winter solstice.
Okay, so, I mean, the equinox is within a couple of days, and Mothering Sunday varies by loads.
Yeah.
And what were so there was Lent was one of the options. So
Lent.
it must be, it's linked to Easter and stuff, and Lent, and Lent's linked to Easter. So I'm guessing it's that one. What were the other two?
The start of meteorological spring.
Well, that's always on the 1st of March.
Okay.
Sundays.
Or the winter solstice.
I like this question. Which, what was the Lent one? B?
B, yeah. B is Lent. I found it really hard to link the weather to Mother's Day, and so anyway, but there's not many links. This one is not remotely linked to weather.
That's fine. Okay. It doesn't need to always be.
But I thought this was interesting. Okay, question number 4. What percentage of flowers throughout the year are bought on Mother's Day in the UK?
I heard this on the radio or on a podcast. What was I listening to? I can't remember, but it blew my mind.
Okay, is it A, 10%?
Yeah.
B, 15%, C, 25%, or D, 50%?
I think it's really high, ridiculously high. I'm going with D.
D, okay.
It was
You're
ridiculous.
going with D, 50%.
Yeah, it's
50% of flowers bought on in the
Did
UK
I listen to the whole question
will be
properly?
will be bought on Mother's Day.
Or is it 25%? It was really high, and I know it was higher than Valentine's Day. But yeah, I've gone with 50%.
Okay, yeah, there's a few.
I mean, it's the perfect time for flowers as well, isn't it? Spring. Whereas Valentine's Day is just that little bit too early, isn't it?
It is quite early. You've just got roses as your option,
Yeah, exactly.
haven't you? And where are the because there's not that many roses actually out, are there, around Valentine's Day?
No.
They're not really in bloom. You'd have to use a camellia or something. That's sort of around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm agreeing because I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. It's either 25 or 50%, but I think it's
Okay.
50% from what I heard. Where did I hear
Oh,
that?
it's very close on the poll, between 25 and 50. So 47% of you have gone for 50%, and 48% have gone for 25%. Ooh. And Ruth O'Hare's just got some more hail.
Oh,
Well, the
Well.
weather doesn't stop for a quiz, does it? Okay, we've got one more question to go, and then we'll go through the answers. This one, I will admit, you will know by the wording. It was written by AI.
I preferred when you said you will know. I was like,
You
oh,
will
I like
know.
this.
You may not. Anyway, right, okay. So, Mother Nature is often used as a metaphor for weather. Which of the following best explains why the weather is sometimes described this way?
Okay.
Is it A, because all weather systems originate from the environment, from forests and oceans? Or B, because weather follows predictable rules set by humans? C, because... No, please listen to all the options. C, because weather is driven by natural processes beyond human control, capable of both nurturing and destruction. Or D, because ancient cultures believed the weather was controlled by one goddess.
Okay, so could you say A and C again? I've ruled out B.
You've ruled out B. Okay, so option A, because all weather systems originate from the environment, from forests and oceans. Or C, because weather is driven by natural processes beyond human control, capable of both nurturing and destruction.
I'm going to go with that one. That one seems nice.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
D, because ancient cultures believed the weather was controlled by one goddess.
I'm sure, I mean, that sounds plausible as well, but I think I'm going to go with C.
You're going with C, okay.
Yeah.
Decision made.
Decision made.
Slightly. I wanted to get a Mother Nature one in there, but I couldn't
I
really.
thought Mother Nature would come up somewhere, but I had no idea how you were going to
Yeah.
wangle it in.
Well, we got it in, didn't we? So
Well
that's
done.
brilliant. And what does everyone think at home? So I think we've done pretty well on the quiz.
Oh, Gavin's gone with D, a goddess.
A goddess. Oh, is there a weather goddess? I don't actually know what there must be a god or a goddess of weather.
Oh,
Aeolus,
the
is, of
Bubsters
course, is
doesn't-
the god of wind.
The Bubster doesn't like you using AI to write questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I admitted it, though, because I think you would have been able to tell once I read that out.
Nah, I'm easily fooled.
I came up with a few ideas. I gave it some good prompts, and then it was just to help me with the options,
Yeah.
the answer options.
Yeah.
Okay, right, should we go through the answers?
Yeah.
How do you think you've done?
3 or 4,
3 or 4? Ooh.
maybe 1 or 2,
Yes, okay. Well, let's
Could
see.
be 5.
Maybe 1.
possibly 0.
Okay, right. Question number 1. What springtime flower is traditionally given on Mother's Day? The answer is A.
Yay, daffodils.
So well done. I think everyone got that one at home as well. Carnations are traditionally, they are a feature of Mother's Day, but I think more in America, actually. They're sort of a
okay.
symbol of love, and I think if you are American, you might say carnation.
It's lucky we're not American, in my wife's point of view, not liking carnations.
Yeah, she
'Cause I'd be
wouldn't
like,
be
look, I
happy.
love you. And she'd be like, eh.
Well, you wouldn't have any growing in your garden, I imagine.
No,
So you couldn't get them for free either.
no.
Yeah. Okay, right. So what happened first?
Oh yeah, this was a tough one.
This was a tough one. Well, the Met Office was founded in 1857.
Yeah.
So the order of events, the Met Office was founded, followed by the wettest year on record.
Okay.
In 18... Hang on.
Bear with us.
Hang on. I've lost it. Can't.
Lost the answers or just lost it entirely?
I don't know how to get across to it, unfortunately. Okay, well, it's
75, I'm hearing.
1875, thank you. My window, I was looking at it at a big screen upstairs, and this window won't let me look all the way. So I can tell you the wettest winter on record is 2014, but I haven't got years.
The questions. 1875.
1875, so followed by the wettest year on record. And then we had Mothering Sunday actually was first started in the US in 1901. And so Mothering Sunday in the UK is actually the latest one.
That's what you asked, isn't
1914. No, I asked what happened first, not what happened more recently.
Pretty sure you asked what was last, so I'll give myself half a point.
I'm afraid this is being recorded, so we do have evidence. Okay, so you've got that one wrong, but but you've done well throughout the quiz, I'd say, so don't worry. Okay, question number 3. The date of Mothering Sunday depends on the start of Lent. B, it's the 4th Sunday after Lent. That's what defines it.
Okay, yeah.
Which I guess could also work back from
the 3rd Sunday before Easter.
The 3rd Sunday before Easter.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. Congratulations. Is that right? I haven't done them. I know it's based on Lent, but it could also be based on Easter. I don't know
Surely
60 day.
Lent come as in you work out Easter, then you work out Lent, don't you? Because Easter's is something after the first full moon. Anyway.
I don't know.
Cool. I used to know that. But anyway, it's fine.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not arguing with the correct answer.
Oh, right, well, let's move on. So what percentage of flowers throughout the year are bought on Mother's Day? It is 25%.
So
C,
close.
the answer's C. So it was a close call for everyone at home.
50 did sound awfully high.
50 was very high, I won't lie.
But
I had laughter coming from next door there as well.
The preposterousness.
The preposterity of 50% of all flowers.
Yeah.
But 25% is really high.
25% is very high. It's not as high as 50%. We need to do better. You poor mothers.
Okay, right, final question. Mother Nature is a metaphor, often used the metaphor for the weather because, C, the weather is driven by natural processes beyond human control. Yes, so you got that one right. And I haven't checked on the poll on that one. I think... actually the poll went for a goddess controls the weather. I mean, that may be right, but I don't think...
that might be right.
What I mean is it may be right that they believed that a goddess controlled the weather or a god, but I think it was probably different types of weather as different gods or goddesses as well.
I guess it depends on the...
And the Mother Nature, it's got to be nurturing. It's the kind of things out of your control as well. That's why. So well done. 3.
3 out of 5. Yeah, let us know how well you did. Did you do better? Did you do worse? I particularly like the people who did worse than me. Makes me feel better. It does mean I get into double figures on the points chart. I mean, I have had twice as many opportunities as anyone else, but still, I'm up in double figures.
It's a good standard to be reaching for.
I'm bang on average for 3 points a go. So
that's good. That's
okay.
a pretty good average.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than your average.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're lucky I wrote you a quiz where you could get 3 out of 5.
You're lucky, I'm also lucky you wrote the quiz before I started insulting you. So I mentioned it earlier when I was over at the board, but we're coming up to the Equinox. It's on the 20th this year. That was a quiz question from 2 weeks ago. I knew it now. But before the spring equinox, there's such a thing as called the equilux, and it's all because whilst you may have been taught in the past that day and night are of equal length on the equinox, that's not actually strictly true for a number of reasons. We've gone through it in the past in Weather Studio Lives and other content, but we're also putting out an extra explainer which Aidan has been going through as to exactly what the equinox means and what the equilux is and why the difference exists, and that will be available on our YouTube channel this weekend. So do check this out when it goes live, because you'll be able to find out exactly why there's such thing as the equilux and why in spring that happens before the equinox. So we get a few days extra of days being longer than nights than you might otherwise think.
Yeah. That's going live on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
that is going, which is the day of the Wait
a minute, is it? Are we sure?
The 17th.
Tuesday. Yeah. So the equinox, Aidan goes through this in the video, so eating into it a little bit.
We forget it every year.
The equinox varies depending on where you are in the country. So for some places it is Tuesday, and other places it's I think it's Wednesday is the equilux. So yes, but it varies depending on how far north and south you are.
Yes. The Bubster is looking forward to that. Thanks for the show, he says. Well, thank you for watching. Not just Bubster, everyone who's joined us today. We hope you've had fun, and we hope you're looking forward to the spring that is coming back next week.
Yeah, hopefully. May take a little while to get there, but yes, hopefully this time next week there'll be a more spring-like feel to the weather. I've used that term again, but a more settled feel to the weather. But this time next week, I think it'll be Alex and Aidan, the other Alex and Aidan, coming to you. But yeah, we will be back with another Weather Studio Live at 12:15.
Yeah, have a brilliant weekend, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.